In this video we'll be doing three main things. We'll be connecting to the required server. We'll be creating a database called U4 Sports Main, and we'll show the location of the database in the file system. The first thing we need to do when we're using SQL Server Management Studio is connect to the actual server. Now this is the server that I'll be using throughout this video series. It's on my system at home, so yours will be different, and you need to get the server details from either your tutor or your system administrator. The server type is a database engine. The server name is my server on my machine. The authentication is through Windows authentication. The username is this username here, but don't worry too much about that. I'm not bothered with the password for now. All we simply need to do now is to connect to the server is click connect. We then see the number of databases and security and server objects and things. Just for now, don't worry about stuff like this. We're just looking at the databases just here. The next thing we need to do is going to create a database. So the way to do that is right click on databases, new database, and then we're going to type in our database name here, U4 Sports Main, and we're simply going to go to OK. Now I have already got a database called U4 Sports Main, so I'm going to click cancel, but you will select OK. And in the database window you'll notice the U4 Sports Main database has already been created for you. Now the next thing to look at is where on your Windows file system has this been saved. So if I go to right click on there, if I go to properties, if I then go into files in the select a page option, you'll then notice that the server details and where this database has been saved is here. So I've selected the right database I'm looking at. These are the details of there, and this in the path field is the actual exact location where that database had just been stored, and we can check that by going into Windows Explorer, going into program files, exact the same file before, and then you can see U4 Sports Main here. Don't worry too much about the log. That's what SQL Server uses for its references. Okay, so in this first video we looked at three things. We looked at connecting to the required server. We created a database called U4 Sports Main. We're going to be using that very soon. And then we can show the location inside Windows Explorer. Now one thing is of great importance. When you created this and connected this database in this Server Explorer, you cannot then simply copy and paste these out to do what other things you need to do with it, because we need to do certain things with the database in SQL Server Management Studio before we can use them and make them portable.